Hello, you are watching 4Sport. 4Sport is only useful information. Have you ever heard of a fat burner, a pill that dissolves fat in your body like ice cream on a hot summer day? Sorry for the bubble burst, but even the best fat burners are not magical. They are just additives. That said, it's made with ingredients that can further increase fat burning, but it's not a substitute for a solid diet and exercise plan. But as part of a complete and healthy weight loss plan, fat burners can certainly do. Use this guide to decide what fat burners can and can't do for you and give you the tools to do it as efficiently as possible. Think of a fat burner as a gun and try to hunt down fat cells. In this analogy, your diet is a weapon and exercise is a bullet. Fat burners can help you aim better and burn fat more efficiently. However, if you don't have heavy artillery in your diet and a few bullets in your house, the scope isn't just getting results, it's perfect for seeing things from a distance. So what is a fat burner? As explained in the obesity review, the term fat burner refers to a nutritional supplement known to dramatically increase fat metabolism or energy expenditure, impair fat absorption, increase weight loss, and increase fat oxidation during exercise. Or used to describe other long-term stimulants. A modification that promotes fat metabolism. However, its versatility, especially in pill form, can mean a lot. So let's take a closer look. How does a fat burner work? Some of the most important ingredients used in fat burners are designed to stimulate the body's hormonal response and break down fats for use as a fuel source. The main ingredient in most fat burners is caffeine, which speeds up your metabolism and helps your body use fat as fuel, helping you lose weight. It also helps provide energy for exercise and other calorie-burning activities. In the body, caffeine increases the breakdown of fatty acids found in fatty tissue, also known as belly fat. When fatty acids break down, they get into the bloodstream and our body can burn them to produce energy. However, if you stop the diet, you cannot fix the fat burner. When eaten to burn fat healthy, Chrissy Kendall, PhD. It is explained in the detailed guide. How to lose weight. Heat-generating fat burners can help in other ways, such as increasing energy, suppressing appetite, and using fat for energy. It boosts your metabolism and core temperature, called heat generation, so you can burn more calories throughout the day, if you have reasonable expectations for what an active fat burner means. Some people think that using a fat burner can burn a lot of fat every week. It won't happen. However, there are several ways to help fat burners do their job. Remember this number. The safe fat burning rate for normal healthy people is 1 to 3 kilograms per week. Rarely, you can increase this amount to 4 pounds a week, but that doesn't make sense. Eventually, the body becomes stagnant and fat loss slows down. Whether you use a fat burner or not, you can lose a lot of muscle mass if you lose weight too quickly. If you don't want to look like sloppy hangers and don't want to feel too fit and healthy, you should rethink your weight loss plan. Set a weight loss goal every week, not every day. Over time, the more goals you achieve, the more motivating you will be and the better you will see results in the program. Of course, you may not see results after a few weeks. This is expected. But with the help of fat burners, weight loss will continue in the long run. Many people use heat sources because they can achieve their weight loss goals in a shorter time. It can also increase the energy level in the gym. However, with continued use, tolerance can increase. Chrissy Kendall, PhD. In the article, which supplement should I take? I encourage people to use the fat burning cycle, explains Kendall. People usually use fat burners for 4 to 6 weeks. When the body gets used to it, fat oxidation does not increase equally or metabolic rate does not increase. See if it still helps you lose belly fat. The only problem is that caffeine is considered a drug, so if you stop taking it, you may experience withdrawal symptoms. The effects of abstinence are most severe after a day or two, and last for about 7 days, Kendall said. Kendall recommends stopping fat burning for several weeks and then starting over. It is always best to start with the lowest dose indicated on the package and hold that dose for at least 2 weeks. You can then decide whether to increase the dose to the top of the spectrum, if indicated on the package. If your product only has one serving size, do not exceed it. If you take a wise approach to your diet and keep an eye on your stimulant intake, fat burners can be a sure way to improve your results. The most important rules to remember are: if you're serious about losing weight, stay on your diet for 10 to 14 weeks, Salter wrote. This gives you plenty of time to refine your diet according to your eating habits and level of activity. Sometimes if you're cheating on the plan, go back and go ahead. After a diet and after you have completely eliminated the fat burner, it is important to increase your calorie count again beyond the so-called maintenance, where calories and calories are burned almost equally. A popular way to do this is to gradually and systematically increase your calories through what is known as a reverse diet. Registered dietitian Katie Coles explains this in her article The Complete Reverse Diet Guide. Dr. Susan Hewlings, PhD in Fitness Nutrition Essentials at bodybuilding.com, explains, many diets at least reduce calories in the first place and produce results, but not forever. After a certain point, calorie restriction leads to unpredictable weight. If so, it's unhealthy and certainly not desirable or viable. Remember that the ultimate goal is not just to look slim, but to feel good and healthy. A good goal is to eat as many calories as possible while losing weight. You will certainly love the life benefits of high caffeine intake, but mixing a fat burner with a few cups of coffee or other caffeinated beverages puts an upper limit on the effectiveness of stimulants. Everyone. As nutritionist Alan Flanagan explained why less sleep means more fat, lowering the quality of rest can directly lead to fat gain, which overuse of stimulants can certainly do. Most people who take fat burners every day can say at least one thing about how they took it more than once than expected and stopped sweating, tense, and feeling a little. So, before you start burning fat, take a short walk and find the one that best suits your needs and preferences. Rather than skipping over to the first thing you'll see, read our reviews of the most popular fat burners. There are two main types of fat burners, with stimulants and with non-stimulants. Most, but not all, heat-generating fat burners contain a stimulant, usually caffeine. Fat burners rich in caffeine are beneficial for those who have difficulty harvesting energy for intense exercise or long-term cardio. Caffeine helps burn fat and helps athletes work harder in the gym, explains Robert Wildman, PhD, MD in an article promoting exercise with caffeine. Caffeine is also a powerful appetite suppressant for those who find that unsatisfied appetite interferes with results. That's right. It's great why this is a popular ingredient in fat-burning supplements. However, while caffeine is equally effective, it is not the only ingredient in popular fat burners. And it is even more effective when combined with others. But to be clear, putting more ingredients in a fat burner doesn't get any better. It's best to start with some of these important ingredients, especially if you're a beginner in fat burners. L-carnitine. This non-irritating amino acid has been a hidden weapon of athletes for decades. When consumed once or twice a day with meals, the body converts stored energy fats into energy, making them slim and slim. It breaks down fatty acids so that the body can use it as fuel. As Jim Stepani, PhD, explains in his expert guide to L-carnitine, studies have shown that it supports post-workout recovery, reduces muscle damage, and reduces muscle pain caused by exercise. CLA, conjugated linoleic acid, or CLA, is a naturally occurring fatty acid similar to omega-6 fatty acids. CLA is fat, but research shows that consuming 1.4 to 3.0 grams per day can lead to complete fat loss. 3,4, as exercise therapist Kieran Fireman, PhD, explains in an expert guide to CLA, it can help maintain muscle during weight loss. Remember, muscles are your long-term success partner. Yohimbine, made from yohimbe bark, this ingredient is a popular stimulant in fat burners. Well-known studies have shown that they provide significantly better weight loss results than placebo among well-trained soccer players. 5. More research is definitely needed and yohimbine isn't for everyone. Be careful with yohimbine if you feel anxious or very sensitive to stimulants. For some people, it is nervous or anxious. Garcinia cambogia, as nutritionist Johnny Bowden, PhD, explains in Hope or Hype about fat loss, the truth about Garcinia cambogia, caffeine acid fruit extract has become very popular over the past few years. He explains that if taken correctly, It can have a powerful appetite control effect. Once you find the best fat burner for your goals, give it 2 to 3 weeks to work before you begin assessing progress or results. But after that time, definitely track your progress to see how your goals are shaping up. Whether you take progress photos, body part measurements, body fat measurements, or just track your weight on a scale, you won't know if a product is helping you see results if you don't know your starting point. That said, despite what you may think, weighing yourself more often doesn't automatically lead to better weight loss results, as Paul Salter explains in the article How Often Should I Weigh Myself? Your weight is only one part of the story, not the whole story, so don't fixate too heavily on it. How you feel, how you look, and how your workouts are progressing are also crucially important. Remember, certain people react better to certain ingredients in fat burners, so what works best for one person may not necessarily work best for another. After several weeks, if you find that you aren't seeing the results you had hoped for, consider using a different product instead. Keep a close eye on your progress over time, stick with your nutrition and training, and use fat burners occasionally for that final 5% of results, and see if you can surprise yourself with what you achieve. Thank you for watching. Subscribe. For Sport is only useful information.